Artur. Amadou blocks his pass towards Semedo. It'll be a throw into Barcelona. Alignac. Vidal. Sergi Roberto. Gets it back from Boateng. Artur now finds Semedo on the left. Barcelona enjoying a lot of the ball in the first 5 minutes. Here's Rakitic. Intercepted by Amadou. It falls to Sergi Roberto. Malcolm. Sergi Roberto again. Now Gerard Piqué. Square to Clement Lenglet. Two former Sevilla players combined. Rakitic, Alignac. Amadou. Chased back for Simon Kjaer, who was magnificent against Real Madrid at the weekend in the Bernabeu. One of the few Sevilla players who really came out with a 5-star performance, I thought. Sarabia. One of the players who looked particularly leggy at the weekend. Artur. Vidal. Just failing to link with Boateng. Barcelona clearly playing with that 4-man midfield I suggested when reading the lineup, with Malcolm and Prince Boateng up front. Artur on the ball. Piqué. Lenglet. Simon Kjaer. Boateng down. Play on, says the referee. Alignac wins a free kick. Well, the philosophy behind Boateng is he was relatively cheap at 8 million from Sassuolo in Serie A. Had a pre-season and was playing, and therefore would be available to play immediately and would be willing to sit on the bench because nobody expects him to force Luis Suarez out of the side. Very much a short to medium term solution for Barcelona, who sold Munir, of course, their other out-and-out striker, to Sevilla a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately for Munir, he picked up a muscular injury and will be out for a month, so not available tonight to play against his former side. Lenglet gives it away to Sarabia. Gerard Piqué doing really well, puts it into touch, just took it off the toes of Wissam Ben Yedder. Not the quickest player on the park, Piqué. Sergi Roberto with a brilliant defensive header there. Piqué not the quickest player on the park in terms of pace, but in terms of his thought process out there on the pitch, it's almost beatable really, especially with Messi not involved tonight. You'll see again and again how Piqué just assumes the perfect position ahead of the danger. Quincy Promes takes that off Artur. Piqué with a block, and it's cleared in the end by Rakitic. Boateng helping out. Vidal quick to find Malcolm. Everybody back in the Barca half for Barca. Malcolm leaves it to Vidal. Here's Alignac. Lovely footwork from Vidal to escape the attentions of Ben Yedder. This is Clement Lenglet. Artur. Malcolm back to Vidal. Artur again. Turns away from Amadou. Finds Alignac. Lovely play from him. Sergi Roberto, a bit stretched, a bit forced as he got the cross in. Second ball comes out to Semedo, and he miscues it. Whether it took a deflection, yes it did. It'll be a throw to Barcelona. And immediately there are problems for Ibrahim Amadou, and it's the reason why. That one catching him just about in the throat, I think. He's recovered. Boateng, perhaps a little slow to release the ball, but he wins a corner, so no complaints so far from him, or regarding him. Huge opportunity for him. He's played at the top level, of course. Tottenham Hotspur, played in an FA Cup final for Portsmouth, played at Milan, done well in Germany. It's a second spell in Spain. Simon Kjaer with the clearance. On the near post, he's got down and stays down. Just a little nudge there from Clement Lenglet. More or less as Clement Lenglet played at Sevilla in the same position, of course, as Simon Kjaer. Kjaer, who came into the side last season. And this season's very much become a reference at the back in this three central defender lineup that Pablo Machin insists on. Him and Daniel Carrizo very much the leaders of that back three. Tonight playing with Sergi Gomez. Kept in play nicely by Escudero. Intelligent ball from Banega, connected by Quincy Promes. He plays it square. Sarabia overhits the return ball. Does he keep it in play? I think he does. Whips the cross in. Problems for Semedo. He clears with the right foot. Collected by Mercado. Now Navas, Amadou. Intelligent ball if Sarabia can keep it in play, but he can't. It'll be a throw to Barcelona. Semedo to take it. Urged on, shall we say, by the home fans. Really is full house today in the Sanchez Pizjuan. And as I said at the beginning, there are few stadiums in Spain that can create the kind of atmosphere they create here. Practically 100% Sevilla fans here tonight. Being midweek, of course. Sevilla at the other end of the country from Barcelona. Piqué back to Stillerson. Lenglet. Melo to Rakitic. Through Melo. Doing the simple stuff well at Barcelona. That's why it's fitted in so well. Intelligent player on the ball. Was quick to look for the first pass. Boateng. Leaves it for Vidal. It falls to Malcolm. He tries a shot. It's blocked. Vidal losing out to Amadou. Point over the top by Sarabia. Lenglet getting there first. Artur again. Vidal. Malcolm returning it to Artur to chase back for Aligna. Thinks about the pass to Sergi Roberto. Plays it back to Gerard Piqué. Barcelona start again. Chase for Boateng, advantage Simon Kjaer, who protects the ball well. Well, no quarter given nor asked for between Kjaer and Boateng. Boateng will, of course, want to impress. Played a season at Unión Deportiva Las Palmas a couple of seasons ago. 10 La Liga goals to his name. Some of them spectacular. Rakitic fouled there by Pablo Sarabia. Gerard Piqué to bring the ball out for Barcelona. Lenglet finds Semedo. Artur always showing, always offering the line of pass. Really has been a success story in terms of his adaptation to the club. Well, once again, it's Simon Kier and Kevin Prince Boateng. Artur. Boateng leaves it. Malcolm was wrong-footed. Gomez to Benega. Amadou. Straight to Langlais, collected by Artur. Boateng losing the battle at the moment to Simon Kier. Langlais nods down, but it's quickly won. Collected by by Sarabia rather. Quincy Promise on the overlap. Navas. Semedo holding his ground and winning the ball off the Sevilla player. Here's Aligna. Langlais. Sevilla in pressure on Barca as they try to play the ball out. Also like Barcelona holding their nerve. It's a risky one from Vermaelen. Sergio Roberto winning it in the air under pressure from Escudero. And wins a free kick. Brought down by Sergio Gomez. Barcelona true to their principles there. Avoiding the long ball. There's the foul. Artur for Barcelona. Vidal. Boateng to Semedo. Well defended by Jesus Navas. Not teaching anybody anything when we talk about Jesus Navas and his pace and ability and incisiveness up front. But his defending has improved massively of late. As is often the way as a player grows into his career, becomes more of a veteran, his decision-taking improves, and that's certainly the case with Navas. Well, first shot of the game, it's from former Sevilla man Ivan Rakitic, and it didn't trouble Juan Soriano in any way. Escudero. Gomez into touch. Cheers from the home fans. It wasn't particularly impressive. Trying something special there was Boateng. Managed to find Artur really well. Artur in turn finding Aligna. A chase for Sergio Roberto, but he won't get there. Well, the first signs of frustration from the home fans. Decay to Clement Langlais. Rakitic. Aligna made a run. Mercado read the bounce and the flight better than Aligna. And an opportunity for Juan Soriano to put the ball back in play. An opportunity for him tonight, because the first choice keeper, well and truly, is Thomas Vaklic this season. It's Sarabia. Opportunity here. Navas. Navas taking on Semedo, whips a fine cross in. And there again, perfectly placed to clear on the near post for Piqué. Mercado keeps things going. Good ball. Amadou. Sergio Roberto with the clearance this time. Artur doing enough to control the ball. It's taken on now by Semedo. Boateng back to Aligna. Vidal. Malcolm. Cutting inside onto the left foot. Whips the ball in. No problems for Soriano to deal with it. 19 minutes on the clock. Sevilla 0, Barca 0. Really good example, that cross from Navas, and how Piqué dealt with it. Barca was shipping goals early on in the season from wide balls, but of late have plugged that. It's cleared by Langlais. went 7 games without conceding. Conceded to Leganés at the weekend. That was the Piqué-Vermeulen pairing in central defence. Piqué with Langlais. 6 games without keeping clean sheets in La Liga. Sarabia. Amadou. Artur with the clearance. The ball staying on the playing surface. Sergio Roberto was up for that. It will be a Sevilla throw. Escudero takes it quickly, gets it back from Ever Banega, goes down under the challenge of Arturo Vidal. Free kick for Sevilla. Vidal looking round. Butter would not melt. And fair enough, Sergio Escudero goes down fairly easily, but the contact, hand to arm, fairly clear. Banega to take it. This is where Sevilla will feel they have an opportunity for set pieces. Piqué very much the man in control at the back for Barcelona, organising the setup. It's going to be Sarabia. Swings it in to the far post. Cayer was up for it. Couldn't get the contact he wanted. Goal kick. Well, it came through to Cayer. Neither Langlais nor Piqué could get their heads to it. Sillison sending it long. Opportunity for him, of course. The keeper used in the cup run so far. Doesn't have too many opportunities to play for Barcelona since Ter Stegen's made that number 1 shirt his own. Superb challenge there by Sergio Gomez on Malcolm, right in front of the linesman, who wastes no time in signalling to Mr. Del Ferro Grande, the referee, that is an infringement, and it'll be a free kick to Barcelona. Well, an opportunity for Barcelona to test both Soriano and his defence from a set piece. It looks like it's going to be Malcolm, so presumably he'll curl it in with the left foot. Cleared by Quincy Promes on the near post. Throw into Barcelona. Sergio Roberto to put the ball back in play. We're halfway through the first half. Vidal. Sergio Roberto. Vidal again. Okay. Well, that's a chase for somebody, and it's going to be Nelson Semedo who gets there. Plays it back to Sillison. Top class keeper, Jasper Sillison. Well, we don't see too much of him. Boateng back to Langlais. Well, it's Artur that's dropped in between the two centre backs. Usually a role you see Rakitic in. Aligna. Artur again. Arturo Vidal. Boateng. Well, once again losing out in the battle with Simon Kjaer. He couldn't quite link with Malcolm. Amadou turning away from Vidal. Boateng with a marked limp after that challenge from Simon Kjaer. The ball played back to Soriano. Lovely control and turn from Quincy Promes. Gets a 1-2 with Gerard Piqué, but decides to leave it for a throw. Ever Banega pings it onto the right flank to Jesus Navas. Navas trying to go outside Semedo. wins a corner for Sevilla, their first corner of the game. Not too keen on that one, Boateng. It's played short. Banega with the cross to the far post. Gomez blocked by Vidal. Headed clear by Vidal. Only as far as Escudero. Blocked by Vidal again. It'll be a corner. The home fans appealing for handball. The referee clearly had a look at the linesman. Comes off the top of the shoulder there, but his right arm not in the greatest position there, Arturo Vidal. Corner number 2 for the home side. Del Ferro Grande just checking, I think, with VAR that he's got that call right, and I think he has. The problem's the gesture. He does raise the right hand, but the corner confirmed. Okay, trying to communicate with Malcolm, the nearest man. Oh, and a penalty. Well, he's checked with the VAR and he's changed his mind. What's he given? Del Ferro Grande. No, it's a corner. He hasn't changed his mind. Ever Banega quick to collect that, to misread the sign from the referee. And that's got the censors in Juan irate. And Del Ferro Grande is not really doing himself any favours here. Just explaining the situation to Ever Banega. I couldn't quite hear what he's saying. But I mean, I think it's like saying, don't complicate matters. Ever Banega clearly felt he changed his mind, but I thought Del Ferro's decision had been taken considerably earlier than that. Semedo to play the ball out, gives it away to Quincy Promet. Artur was there to win it back, and Semedo neatly wins the throw-in. I called it top of the shoulder. It's not quite top of the shoulder. It's more like top of the arm. The problem being the raised arm. Ever Banega still chatting to Carlos Del Ferro Grande. Meanwhile, Malcolm looking for a quick 1-2 with Boateng. Firm challenge by Vidal to take it off the feet of Wissam Ben Yedder. Hasn't really seen too much of the ball in these opening minutes of the game. 27 and a half now on the clock. Gerard Piqué to play the ball out. Finds Boateng, who is returning from an offside position. Second time he's been caught offside. A bit late again, Simon Kier getting the better of him there. Be Kier to put the ball back in play, or will it be Ever Banega? He picks out Jesus Navas. Mercado. Came off Alignat, throw into Sevilla. Mercado there. Amadou over his shoulder. Neither Navas nor Semedo judged it. Well, that came off Amadou's back. Finally wins it. Gomez. Back to Juan Soriano. Roberto got a touch, Piqué goes in firmly, only as far as Amadou. It's a good ball. Sarabia. Navas outside, lovely ball from Sarabia. Really well defended by Nelson Semedo, who's having a good first half hour. Playing on the wrong side for him. Wrong side of the pitch. Usually, of course, a right back. But in this way, Valverde able to give Jordi Alba a well-deserved rest, and I have to say from the Barca manager's point of view, things going so well, very well so far with this experiment. Banega with the corner, I think it was Piqué's head, Alignar up for it, Sarabia got a touch to promise, he finds Navas, the cross, overhit, goal kick. Talking about the rotation of Valverde, I mean, you really can't win if you're Barca manager. Barcelona in Valverde's first season rather, which was last season, won the double, won the league by a country mile, won the cup, as I said, 5-0 over Sevilla in the final, being knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Champions League to Roma. It kind of seemed to overshadow their achievements of the season. And the typical criticism was, by the time the Roma game was played, too many of the Barca players were exhausted. Luis Suarez himself has publicly said he wished he'd been rested a little bit more. Sarabia, firm challenge on the edge of the box by Clement Lenglet. If the whistle doesn't go, that goes down as a brilliant last-ditch tackle. Artur plays with Semedo. Well, what Valverde is doing now is rotating. Quarter-final of the Cup against some of the strongest opponents still left in the tournament. And he's made 7 changes from what could probably be regarded as his full-strength side. If it pays off, he's a genius. If not, he will be vilified. Semedo's cross. Gomez nods it over for a corner to Football Club Barcelona. Now the Sevilla players complain, and they complain about this challenge from Lenglet. And they're quite right to complain, I think. It was poor control from Sarabia, but the ref could easily have given, I think, a free kick just outside the penalty area. In comes the corner. Simon Kjær heads out, throw in. Well, just to conclude, for Ernesto Valverde, comparing this season with last really is a question of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But he'll be pleased with the opening half hour here. Barcelona looking very poised. Just 1 or 2 nervy moments on the edge of the box, like, for example, that last challenge by Clement Lenglet on Pablo Sarabia. So, of course, the prior handball appeal against Arturo Vidal. Meanwhile, Alignar comes off Amadou, it's picked up by Malcolm. Semedo has difficulty bringing the ball under control, returns it to Malcolm. Gets it back again. Didn't quite come off as Malcolm would have, and Semedo would have liked that. Well, I think what we're going to end up saying there is Sarabia is the one who stamps on Lenglet. And I think it's fair to say Sarabia had lost control of that ball. But that won't convince too many Sevilla supporters, or players for sure. Mercado, failing to control that, gives away the throw. Malcolm leaves it for Semedo. Here's Gerard Piqué. Sergio Roberto. Alignar. What a great prospect he's turning out to be, Carlos Alignar. No question about him playing in the cup, it seems. And he played and performed really well against Leganés at the weekend. Don't get too many chances in this Barcelona midfield or attack. What Alinya has to do is continue taking full advantage of the few chances he does get. Semedo, earning the wrath of the home fans, finds Alinya, who wins a free kick. It's quickly taken. Vidal's going to try a shot, scuffs it. Well worth the effort though. Barca, as is their trademark, really quick to get the ball back in play when it suits them. That's the challenge by Venegas on Alinya that led to the free kick, and while the Sevilla players were arguing the toss with referee Del Ferro, Barca very quick to take it. This time Piqué penalised for that challenge from behind on Quincy. It's quickly taken in turn by Sevilla. Ben Yedder, causing all kinds of problems for Piqué. Just ran out of the correct angle there, but absolutely flooring Gerard Piqué. It's a quickly taken free kick with Barca this time at 6s and 7s, and he sat Gerard Piqué on his bum, and that is something that the Sanchez Pizjuan loved. They would have loved that shot to curl into the top corner, because if it hit the target, I don't think Silerson was getting too near to that. A moment of momentum for Sevilla here. Gomez back to Soriano. No goals as yet, but plenty of interest and of note down there. Vidal just over hitting that for Malcolm, and Soriano quickly off his line to gather. Can send it long, I believe. Quincy heads on and out, throw into Barcelona. Right in front of the away dugout. Lovely skills from Ben Yedder. We've often commented how you can tell, especially in that kind of sequence, that this guy learned his football and played a lot of football Salah in reduced spaces, of course, and he is magnificent. It's a great run from Navas, and he's not at all happy with the challenge from Malcolm. From Semedo, I beg your pardon. Semedo left the scene of the crime quickly, and Navas wanted to have a word with him. More than just a word, I think, and now it's going to be Del Ferro Grande who speaks to Navas and calls Nelson Semedo over. Apologises to Navas. Bundles him over and I think goes through him there once Navas is down. Clearly a free kick to Sevilla. Well dealt with by the referee. But Yedder again starting to cause the Barca defence problems, and the fans behind the goal there are starting to sense that there could be a way into taking the lead here before half-time. 7 minutes to go before the break. And as I said a few minutes ago, Sevilla with the momentum, Sarabia with the corner. Gerard Piqué greets it. Alinya finding Malcolm. It's blocked by Escudero, cleared. Malcolm's onto it. And that is brilliantly defended by Navas, who was the sharpest of the Sevilla players to be aware of the danger. Sergio Roberto. Malcolm goes down and the challenge of Escudero wins a free kick. Escudero not happy. Malcolm goes down easily, that's for sure, but you can't put your arms all over a player these days, and that's what the referee has seen. Going to be Malcolm himself to put the ball in play. Okay, Langlais have gone up. Not the greatest free kick, and he's angry with himself there, Malcolm, because he knows he has to impress. Already talk of the club maybe moving him on. So when he gets a chance in a huge game like this, Malcolm really has to try and take it. That free kick was poor. Just think about poor old Gerard Piqué making it all the way into the Sevilla penalty area, then getting service like that. Rakitic with the block, it falls for Amadou, he looks for Navas. As ever, a huge threat, it's thorn in the side of the Barca defence. He goes down softly under the challenge, fought from Semedo. Sevilla players, it's quite obvious what they're trying to do here, using home advantage, using the noise that the Pituan can make, just trying to put a bit of pressure on the referee. Carlos Alignat, Artur, Malcolm through, rounds the keeper, and puts it into the side netting. Goes down, stays down, tries to hide his face under the playing surface, punches the playing surface as well he might, because barring the final shot, that was perfect. The only problem is, it's the execution that counts. Goes round Soriano with ease, just misjudging the angle. Biggest chance of the game so far. Navas looking for Amadou. Amadou wins a corner, it's blocked by Artur. Really nicely poised at the moment, this one. Very little in it. Sevilla, I think, have been starting to find their feet a bit for the last 10-15 minutes probably. Venega's going to put the ball in play. Simon Kier, one of the danger men up front. And it comes. Piqué got his head to it. Malcolm nods on. Gomez sends an up and under. And Arthur brings it down with those Velcro boots. Overhits the pass to Sergio Roberto though, and Sevilla can keep the pressure on. Quickly taken by Escudero. Quincy Promes trying to get away from the rather frustrating and annoying attentions of Vidal, which of course is what he gets his pay for. Is Gomez. Sevilla looking really confident right now. Jesus Navas. Oh, lovely ball. Langlais just protecting it and preventing Sarabia from getting there. Well, that's when Navas went down and got the crowd riled. Danieda. But didn't quite come off the pass. He was seeking Sergio Escudero on the overlap. Didn't work for him. Cayer goes through the ball. Both Cayer and Boateng come off out of that one with a limp. Venega's cross is overhit and collected by Tillotson. Boateng against Cayer is turning out to be a fascinating battle. So too, of course, is Navas against Semedo. That's another example of the Cayer-Boateng clash. Falls to Escudero. Now Benega looking for and finding Beneda, who in turn found Tillotson, and Escudero blasts over the bar. And that's the best opportunity for Sevilla. Really big chances at both ends in the last couple of minutes. Lovely ball in, actually nutmegging Piqué, that one from Benega. Beneda hits it superbly on the left foot. Tillotson out there closing down his near post and blocking the attempt. We're into the final minute of what's turning out to be a fascinating first half. of cup football. Jasper Sillerson putting it back in play. Escudero finding Ben Yedder. Still Sevilla insisting. Barca on the back foot. Banega. Escudero. Banega again. Turning away from Vidal, whipping the cross in! Semedo heads clear. Navas. Another good ball. Ben Yedder didn't come off for him. And it'll be a goal kick. Spectacular attempt. Lovely work from Jesus Navas. One of those that, if you catch it sweetly, it can be unstoppable. If you don't, well, it ends up looking like that. 1 minute's been added. We're into that minute. Boateng trying to take control. Vidal up for that with Escudero. It fell nicely for Vidal. Rakitic quickly out. And caught. And that'll be a free kick. Is there time for one last attack? Okay, square to Lenglet. Semedo. Lenglet back to Jasper Sillerson. And there is the half-time whistle. It's Sevilla 0, Football Club Barcelona.